That we do.
Okay. Should be. Alright, here we go. Now we're back. Hi. Hi, Navi.
Sorry, that's my ringtone.
That's fine.
Yo,
I haven't. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I love how I haven't been yawning all day, but now I'm talking with people on a stream. I'm yawning every 2 minutes. It's fantastic.
Like, well, I'm sorry we're boring you.
No. The only person I've had to talk to all day is my brother. Now he's boring.
Okay.
Everyone's saying hi.
Hello.
Hello, chat.
Hello,
we're back.
Stream.
And my tablet is working again, so we are good to go.
Ourselves, everyone always seems to want to know who's here.
Oh yeah, go ahead and introduce yourselves, guys.
Let's go alphabetical in the
Yep.
voice chat.
So as always, I'm Avalon Roslyn over at Roslyn Productions, and I will be monitoring the chat today.
Hello, my name is Bina the Beanbag, and I just started my own channel, and I'm here.
I'm Melody. I'm just a thing.
I'm Cinder. I draw cats and Pokemon, and I animate sometimes. Please sub. I'm gonna say that in the chat.
Yo, if you're doing it, I'm doing it.
Yeah, there you go.
I guess I'll go next. Hello, I'm Apollo. I don't really have a channel. I'm just here. Hi. I've been here a few times.
Sometimes it'll be like that.
Okay. Yeah, so I decided instead of doing individual portraits for all of you guys, like individual pieces of artwork, I'd throw you all together kind of in one piece, but I'm also keeping all your layers separate so that each of you will have like a completely finished drawing,
Oh yeah,
essentially.
Nice.
yeah. I like that idea.
Yeah.
It's all the patrons together.
Yeah.
Being patrons together.
Being the crew.
Tennille and the crew. Yeah.
Yeah.
How's your all's days going? I know I asked this like 10 minutes ago, but I'm gonna ask again.
Pretty good. All things considered.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, uneventful.
My day's been a little crazy, but you know.
A lot of work to do.
I've been working at a reptile show.
Oh.
And
Ooh.
the girl I like hanging out with a lot, running a booth, and she was missing a man. So I decided to join her.
Oh, you stepped in?
Mhm.
Nice.
I really enjoy hanging out with her, so I mean, why not?
Yeah.
And I got some new character ideas because I saw what an ocelotl actually looks like. So
Ooh.
I'm gonna be drawing.
Nice.
Nice. I was thinking of drawing, but then my tablet again.
Oh, fun.
Oh.
Did
Yeah.
it do poop?
Let me tell you, I know that feel. Literally just experienced that.
It's the worst.
You all got
The
to
worst.
witness in real time how long it takes my computer to restart.
Goodness gracious. Alright, looks like we have a couple questions from the chat already. From a Mr. Lafayette, we have, how long have you been drawing, and what advice do you have for a new artist?
Do they mean like how long have I been drawing as like a general whole or today?
I think as a general whole, because it's the same question from, or it's two different questions from the same person, so they probably just want to know about art.
Oh, okay. Well, bleh. Drawing. I've been drawing for, probably 10, 15 years. I don't know, I picked up, I always really liked drawing as a kid, but, I picked up drawing again when I was in middle school and junior high. And that's when I got really passionate about it. And then what was the other question?
If you have any tips for a beginner.
Oh, draw everything. Draw all the time. And if people tell you that you shouldn't be drawing X, Y, and Z, as a general rule, you should probably just ignore them and draw what feels right to you, but also be open to criticism.
Use references.
Yeah.
Also, I also would like to put in that you really need to draw the things that you hate. You really do.
Yeah.
Working on hands, doing things of that nature really helps.
Mm-hmm.
There is a stigma against using references, but use references, you'll get a lot better.
Well,
studies.
okay, see, and here's the thing. The only people who will tell you not to use references are people who aren't artists. Any professional will tell you to use references, so don't listen to anyone who's like, well, I can draw perfectly fine, I don't use reference, or this person doesn't use reference, so they're obviously better than this person who does. That's a bunch of bull, don't listen to that.
No, references make your art so much better.
They do.
Yeah. I always mess up the length of a cat's back compared to, its front legs and back legs. So references help a lot.
Okay. And now let's get...
Funky.
Now let's get funky. Now I got the last one of you guys to get in here. Doing the shapes thing has been really fun. Blocking out shapes and then just going from there. What were you gonna say?
Oh no, I just noticed the Havenor has joined the chat.
Oh, welcome.
Oh yeah.
And I like their art a lot, so I just want to say good art.
Mm. They have lovely art.
Alright, I like this question. Because someone's like, what's actually your favorite clan? Like you're lying about Wind Clan.
It can't
Well,
really
I hate
be
to
Wind Clan.
bust your guys' bubble. I've got to come clean here. But my favorite clan is actually Wind Clan.
Aww.
More questions coming in quickly. What advice for animation and how to improve on backgrounds?
Oh, the backgrounds is a
Backgrounds are
hard one
difficult.
because I'm still very much in that wheelhouse of trying to figure them out. Honestly, though, backgrounds are the same thing. As I saw a great tip from somebody on Twitter where it's essentially you just have to think of backgrounds as being a character in and of themselves. So you need to think of them as having a personality and a character design and what are you trying to say with your background. And of course, like all things, having reference, drawing from real life, that's going to help you immensely.
Alright, and then we have another one, which is, what is your favorite genres of music, and what do you listen to while drawing? And I think that's one that everyone should answer, because I'm sure we've all got some good recommendations.
That, totally. You guys go ahead. I'll need to think about that.
Musicals.
I have a suggestion. If you're working on something that is like animation where you're doing something repetitive, putting soft music in the background really helps. And a Mobit Heap is lit, so that's good too.
Anyone else?
I don't know. I listen to way too much music of every kind. It's awful. But
Yeah,
the new
I'm the
Panic at
same.
the Disco album's good. I like the new Panic at the Disco. It's good. It's very good.
I am like super into Florence and the Machine right now.
Oh, they're
also
good.
good stuff.
And of course, like The Cure and all the other goth staples.
You have an aesthetic to uphold.
I do. Alright, we have other... Do you like Ed's World? What is Ed's World?
Ooh.
I've heard of that,
It's
but I've not experienced a whole lot of it, so I really don't have an opinion on it.
the fandom.
Sorry.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead. I want to hear your opinion
I was
first.
just gonna say it's like a really old animated series by this guy called Ed, and it was like about him and his friends in wacky zany adventures. I don't remember much. It's been a very long time since I've watched them. I think the interesting part is watching how his animation clearly gets better as he makes them. But I can't remember much other than that. So
I've been keeping updated with Ed's World, and Ed's World was a series that was created by, like you said, he was a guy that wanted to do a series about him and his friends doing all kinds of crazy adventures, and there's a lot of really good jokes throughout it. But in 2010, I think it was 10, Ed Gould, the guy that animated it, passed away. And then his best friend took over, and that's what the newest episodes are coming from. And that's for the most part it. It's a really good series. I do suggest it 10 out of 10. Do not talk to the fandom people though, for the most part. They're kind of the rabid kind.
Yikes.
Oh.
I mean, they've actually attacked the guy that took over Ed's World for his friend, and driven him out of Ed's World. And
Oh.
the one of the last three is the only one taking care of it now.
The
No.
toxic fans are the worst.
Yeah.
It's such a shame.
They driven away 2 different people from the project, and then Ed died, and there's one last person in his family.
Mm.
But I do suggest the series. It's really good.
Oh, here's one that could be fun for everyone to answer. So the question is, who is Tennille's favorite OC besides Simi? But that can be opened up to everyone to talk about their OCs. Like, everyone talk about your second favorite OC.
Oh, I'm gonna keep quiet. I need to decide. I've got too many.
I think mine's a wombo combo of Spotted Star and Golden Pelt. Shock and surprise there.
I would have never guessed.
At
Shock.
least that would be the OC that you guys would know about. I don't really talk a whole lot about my other OCs, so we'll just go with the one that you guys would know.
Fernface is the best one, though.
Don't tell her that.
Funface's design, though. Funface has such a cool design. It's good.
Oh god, my second favorite. I'd have to pick a first favorite to answer, and I don't know if I can do that.
That's too weird.
Well, I have a first favorite, but I don't know who my second would be.
Just go with your first if you can't think.
I don't know how much I can say about him, because I really love the villain from our next book. He's just such a piece of shit.
I already love
But
them
they're
then.
good characters.
Everyone's favorite, the asshole.
Oh, without doubt. They're
like
just
he's-
fun.
He tries to be charming, but it just is. He's so completely not charming, but he tries to be, and it's great.
Okay, there we go.
Should I go next, I guess?
Go for it.
I have too many and it changes on a daily basis. So my favorite would be my boy Captain Orion Star because he's a mess, but my son. So I'm gonna go.
Wow,
We are talking about things. I was not paying attention because that other streamer I watched just got a shiny. She got an Entei,
Nice.
which is cool.
We're talking about our second favorite OCs.
Second
Oh.
favorite.
Yeah, so not your favorite, your
Fancy.
second favorite.
That's not something you think about too often.
Yeah. It's a toss-up between... They're all ponies, but, like, it's a toss-up between Steady Case and Lucid Bell for me. So I'm gonna go for Lucid on the basis of they are also a huge asshole, but also a semi-likable anti-hero type asshole. They're just... They are trash. An alien time-traveling horse from the future, which is great. But they're just kind of a dick. They're just kind of a dick, but also are nice to some specific people sometimes.
The best.
I'm not describing them well, but trust me, they're very fun and funny. And really depressing when they're not being like a sassy, funny asshole. They're just really sad. They've had a bad time. And they're not really trying. But that's Lucid. They're for some reason got a Texan accent as well, even though they're from like the future and space, and they're kind of an alien. Somehow they're Texan for some reason. So
Texas is everywhere.
Space Texas.
Space Texas.
Yeehaw!
They're from Space Texas, my favorite planet.
That is a good planet.
My if I can join in,
Yep.
my favorite is this monster species I've created, but now my second favorite would happen to be the one I use as an icon. I haven't fully developed her, but I'm just gonna call her Bina for the time being because she's gonna be my mascot. The little hyena.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna have her as a little bit of an attitude, but I like the design I came up with for her.
I think, is that everyone? Has everyone gone?
I haven't,
Okay.
but I will go ahead because I had to think about that for a bit. Though I think my favorite would have to be my channel mascot Maple, on accounts of she's my channel mascot, and the reason she's my channel mascot is because everyone who draws her ever calls her pretty.
Aw.
Danielle, I know you did when you drew her.
Yeah.
You were talking about how she's such a pretty character, and I'm like, okay, maybe I should make this my icon. But my second favorite would have to be one of my hippogriffs. I don't know if it's Gracie or Gelsey, but I guess since you're drawing Gelsey right now, as we speak, may as well say it's her.
Yeah.
Is your channel called Cinder Clouds?
Yes.
I'm on Google.
Alright. So, with that wrapped up, looks like the next major question that's being asked is what our opinions on Blue Star are.
Ooh. That's a sore subject. I love Blue Star, and yet I feel like
Same.
Blue Star's prophecy like ruined her, IMO.
Yeah, it kinda did.
Before I went Cinderpelt for my favorite, it was Blue Star.
Yeah.
I like Blue Star. Sorry, I got
Yeah.
you.
Out of the first series cats, Blue Star was one of my favorites, up next to Gray Stripe.
Like,
really
I
love
like
Blue
Blue
Star.
Star. She's good. I mean, bearing in mind I've only read the first series. Everything else I know is like fandom osmosis. But I like Blue Star.
Okay, like first series only, Blue Star is freaking great. But just don't read Blue Star's Prophecy.
If I'm being real, guys, I personally don't take any of the super editions completely seriously. I only like view them as trivia knowledge.
That's completely fair.
Yeah. Pretty, I mean, Yellowfang's secret.
I haven't even read that one. It's just like,
It seems like everything they did with Yellowfang beyond the first series is just like, why? Why did you do this to her?
They didn't know how to write a
Pretty much.
grumpy character without turning her into an asshole.
Well,
It's a shame because I love Yellowfang.
Yeah.
She's so good. Don't ruin her.
after she died, she became another cat.
Just your
Sorry,
stereotypical StarClan cat.
Yeah, it's just, like, a lot of the super editions are really good, like Hawkwing's Journey, and I like Tigerheart Shadow, and Mothflight's Vision was really good right until the end.
Tall Star's Revenge.
Yeah, the ending for that Mothlight's thing, it didn't feel right.
I mean, it was kind of like, oh, hey, you didn't do this perfectly under these extreme circumstances, so now no one can do it.
Yeah.
And kind of, honestly, like, I had a hard time articulating this in my review, but it's kind of like taking an extra shot at Mothflight for basically being, well, even though you have all these issues, you did your very, very best to overcome them, it just wasn't good enough.
Right.
And now that she's been confirmed by the errands to have ADHD, that, like, really doesn't sit right with me.
Yeah, it's like, I related way too much to her because I have really bad ADHD, and it's just, it really doesn't sit right with me at all.
It's basically saying that you can't have both a family and a job. And especially not if you have a mental illness. And, like, that doesn't feel right.
Sometimes I don't think that the Urans think about what they say with their books sometimes.
Yeah.
All the
Mothlight's Vision is
times.
definitely a case of that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the story was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, the rest of it was awesome. But then just, like, the last 2 chapters or so was the worst.
Was not so awesome.
Well, let's just do us all a favor and just cut out that last chapter and just stop there. You know? Good stuff.
Yeah, like, if you just stop with where Windstar gets her 9 lives and just stop there and pretend that the rest doesn't happen, then it's great.
Kind of like how if you stop at the end, before you get to the end of the Dawn of the Clans. You know?
Oof.
Yeah, just stop after Blazing Star. It's good. It's fine. You don't need A Forest Divided or Path of Stars. Well, Path of Stars has some good scenes in it, but overall you don't need them. My stream stopped updating again. There we go. Now I can see the Swan Hippogriff.
You know, I say all that and I read all of them, and I have all of them.
I mean, I'm gonna read all of them anyway, but probably stop.
Horse SWAT. No, Synctel, it's a hippogriff. I said that in the message right above yours.
Yeah.
Everyone, this is a hippogriff.
Did you like Crooked Star's Promise?
Yeah, Crooked Star's Promise is pretty good. It has moments where it's really good, but then it has moments where it's like not so good.
It falls a little flat.
Yeah. I would say that the beginning's strong, and then like there's this chunk in the middle where Crooked Star goes off to live with the cats at the barn that's kind of pointless, and then there's kind of a lot of pointless stuff in the middle that happens, and then the ending's really good.
A lot of the conflict is kind of repeated in Crooked Star's Promise.
Yeah. Plus, we all know, like, Crooked Blue should have happened.
Should have been a thing.
More chemistry.
Instead of Crooked Oak, or not Crooked Oak. Ew, no, sorry. Instead of Blue Oak.
Sorry, that was funny. How does everyone feel about Goosefeather's Curse? How many people in this stream have read Goosefeather's Curse?
I haven't.
I read a good part of it.
I've read almost everything that, like, I read it and I liked it.
Read it, and yeah, I liked it, and I then felt bad for everything I ever said bad about Goosefeather ever.
I hear that one's pretty good.
Yeah, like, Goosefeather's Curse is really awesome at showing how having special powers can really bite someone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And, like, how bad it goes. Like, it works really well, and I think it covers an interesting point in the timeline. So I definitely recommend checking it out. And I think it's also with Mapleshade's Vengeance and Ravenpaw's Farewell, which are pretty good too. So, like, that whole collection was probably one of the better ones.
Yeah, I'm with that.
The only novellas I've read are... are Dovewing Silence. Actually, I think that's it. Just Dovewing Silence.
Wow. The real
Moon
ending.
Kitty got you, huh?
Huh?
Moon Kitty got you?
Well, yeah, I mean, it was one of those things where it's like I was doing a review of Omen of the Stars, and since Dovewing Silence is like the actual ending of that series, it's like, okay, well, I better read that one.
Yeah. Mothlight's Vision is kind of the same way, where, like, it's the real end of Dawn of the Clans.
This is a little off topic, but have any of you heard Gretchen Ratkay's Wings of Fire music?
No.
What's her username?
I'll just throw it in the rewards chat.
Oh, yeah.
I might have. Like, is she the one who does all the different music pieces for the different characters?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, then I have, and I love it.
I have not, and I would like to hear. How do you guys feel about the epic rap battles for warriors?
I love them.
Yeah.
Yes.
And my friends, you know, like, Selena and Blixby make them, so of course I'm very supportive of them.
Someone asked if they're the only one who likes Yellowfang's Secret. Sorry, but probably yes.
You know,
I mean, that's not true, because there's a lot of people who like Yellowfang's Secret.
Yeah, but in this stream, probably.
Yeah.
you know, I did like a lot of scenes from Yellowfang's Secret, but in my head, the way I read it is I pretend that Yellowfang is not Yellowfang. And that's
So
just
it's
how I
just
go.
talking about somebody else.
Yeah. Just some
Just
random
someone
Shadow
else.
Clan cat.
Conveniently with the same name.
Yeah.
Like, it's weird because I thought Yellowfang's Secret was one of the best written ones, but I hated the story so much.
Well, because it just really doesn't have anything to do with Yellowfang.
Like, the timeline in it, too, is really weird.
Yeah.
Like, does Yellowfang even fight in any Like, she's supposed to be really old and battle-scarred, but I don't think she actually fights that much. Like, I think she's maybe in 1 or 2 battles in the whole book.
Yeah, and then she just can't.
And then she's a medicine cat, so it's like, when did you get these scars?
Yup.
From everyone else's pain.
Actually.
Actually.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I feel like there should have been more of a scene where it should have been similar to the scene where Tiger Star kills or has Darkstripe and Blackfoot kill Stonefur. Was that
Yeah.
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 I feel like there should have been a scene similar to that in the very ending where she's being kicked out, where she would have gotten those scars, but they didn't go with that route.
Yeah, that could have been a really easy way to fix that.
Just something. Like, she has to have gotten all those scars from somewhere. Like, you just did a super edition. What happened?
Yeah. We've also been asked our opinions on Mapleshade.
I love her.
I love her. She's so great.
She deserved better.
Mm-hmm.
She deserved better, but she shouldn't have done what she did.
Yeah.
Very true.
I like
I mean,
Mapleshade.
she did think she was justified, as she thought she was actually avenging her kid's
Yeah.
death.
That's
Yeah,
Like,
was a
that's
little
not
unfair.
even spoilers at this point. It's been years.
Right.
I think that's why she's so interesting, is she is absolutely in the wrong, but she is so entirely convinced she's in the right, and she has like a solid motivation in a way, more than I think Tiger Star
The
does.
lore of Warrior Cat says that even if a cat did terrible, terrible things, if they believed that they were justified, they would go to Star Clan.
Why did
I think that she
Mapleshade?
didn't want to because she didn't want to be around Apple Dusk, but it's really unclear as to if her kit's spirits are actually asking her for revenge or if she's hallucinating that.
it. 'Cause
She's probably
had her grief.
hallucinating it, but it's not clear.
Yeah.
She probably was out of grief, but also like she thought she was justified.
But then she did kind of murder a medicine cat in cold blood, so
Fair.
So,
and
Not a
like
good
in a
person,
pretty
but at least
horrifying and graphic
interesting.
way.
Yeah, I think one of the parts that makes Mapleshade such a great villain is how human it is. Because if you ever look at history about all the awful people in this world, that all of them really did believe that they were doing the right thing.
oh yeah.
And, you know, it's just how it is.
Yeah, I definitely like agree that a character that's kind of evil without like a good motivation isn't really like a good character at all.
Yeah, they're not. And one of the interesting things I think about Mapleshade that gets overlooked a lot is that she goes after Apple Dusk and very much believes that he's cheating on her with, I forget what his other mate's name is.
I think it was like Reed Shine.
Reed Shine or something like that. But if you actually look at the context and read between the lines, Mapleshade is the other woman.
Right.
Like, I'm pretty sure that Mapleshade was the one that he was cheating with on his River Clan mate.
Well, I personally just
Not
think
necessarily.
that
I think it happened like
both ways.
I think it's more so Apple Dusk broke up with Mapleshade and then went with Reed Shine to protect his standing in his clan. Because when Mapleshade was saying that she was mates with Apple Dusk, he was like, I know, but that was a mistake. And he was basically just trying to protect his ass. Basically.
That's how
That's
I
my
read it at first. But, like, I don't know. I saw something that made me reconsider, and I can't remember now exactly what it was.
And also, like, he acted like the kid's death was all Mapleshade's fault.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't. And, like, no one cared that she was devastated. They didn't let her even stay in River Clan at all.
Yeah.
And I still think that, like, ThunderClan was awful too, because kick Mapleshade out, sure. But don't kick innocent kids out of a clan.
Yeah, that
Don't
part.
do that.
Honestly, Mapleshade was just the victim of bad timing because of what had just happened with the leader's son. And Apple Dusk being the one that they blamed for it. Like, it was just bad luck, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still think it was poor on ThunderClan though to do that. I mean, the warrior code literally states protect kids at all costs, even if you're
Yeah, that
a different clan. And
Hey, ThunderClan being the villain, woo!
Woohoo!
Because they super were, like, that was completely unjustified, and I don't know, I really hate that a lot of people are like, oh, well, she dragged those kids into the river, and it's like, no, they were halfway across the river, and then it flooded.
Right.
Like the
Not like
huge
she
wave
pushed
of
them.
water came down and washed them off. They couldn't have done anything about that.
And
Well,
it's not
I
like she
mean,
really had.
Yeah, like
No,
what
go
else
on.
was she supposed to do? She had to get her kids out of ThunderClan.
We've seen it in different books where it's like for a queen to try and hunt for her kids while she's not, like, when nobody's around to look for them. So it's pretty obvious she needs a clan.
Yeah.
It's just, Mapleshade got done dirty.
Yeah.
But she makes a damn good villain.
Yeah.
What about how do you guys feel about that one cat? I don't like the girl when Mapleshade gets ill or like leaves and then comes back towards ThunderClan property, and they whatever really happened to her?
Who was it?
I think she ended up. It was never stated in the book. It was never like stated for sure, but one of the Erins thinks she didn't survive because they don't communicate.
Well, I thought it was confirmed that she died in a different novella.
I'll
Like, I
look
think
it up.
someone talked about it later or something.
Which character?
I don't know, she did.
Yeah, she did die.
Freckle Wish, the first one?
Oh no,
Yeah,
it was,
I just didn't. It says it was revealed in Pine Star's Choice, which I did not read.
Ew.
Pine Star's Choice is super good, though.
I will read that one eventually, maybe.
I'll do it sooner or later.
It's the same one that's got the Spotted Leaf's heart in it.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
but
it's-
like, Thunderstar's Echo and Pine Star's Choice are really good, so you can ignore Spotted Leaf's heart.
Mhm.
Hold on real quick as I use the most hated thing for all of Warrior Cats.
To the Warriors Wiki!
Oh no, the wiki. Not
Make
the
sure the design
wiki.
director. I'm sorry, I'm
No.
not ready for that.
Oh god.
I've probably missed a whole bunch of questions while we were doing this. Someone asked what you think the worst character in Warriors is.
Breeze Pelt.
Nope.
okay, I always felt like Tiger Star was the worst. He didn't really have like what was his point in going all crazy and stuff? I never got that. Like, I felt like he was a good villain and everything, but I don't know.
Plot
It was-
reasons.
It was also confirmed that when you go to the Dark Forest, your general personality gets crueler. So that also might add to it.
Maybe.
My least favorite had been Ashfur.
Yeah.
I've experienced having a bad relationship and then that person
Blaming
coming after you, blaming you, and then coming after you, leaving stuff at your door and kind of stuff like that. That's
Oof.
I really don't like Ashfur.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's some yuckies. Needlepaw. I was talking about Needlepaw.
Oh.
Maybe
Nettle?
this doesn't
Wait.
look right.
Wait, are we talking about our Maple Shade's vengeance still?
Yeah. Hold on a second, I'm gonna figure this out.
If it's Metalpaw, then in Goosefeather's Curse, Nettle something is the oldest cat in ThunderClan, so that gives you a rough timeline, because they were an apprentice in Maple Shade's vengeance.
Yeah, because they woke up Maple Shade and I think gave her leaves to, fix her wound or something. And
she's, I think she is the oldest elder in Goosefeather's Curse.
Okay.
So yay, life!
Yeah, she lived.
And then there's something in here. How many people have read Pine Star's Choice in this chat?
Nope.
I don't mind it being spoiled. I've already read part of it.
Because someone asked what our opinion of Shanty is, and I think I might be the only person who knows who that is.
That's the one who convinces him to leave, isn't it?
Kind of.
Okay.
And my heart, it hurts.
Oh wait, I think I know what goes on here with that character.
Yeah, it hurt. It hurt real bad.
Well, now I'm kind of curious. I haven't read, but
Like, Pine Star's Choice is so good. It's so underrated because everyone got so freaking blindsided by Spotted Leaf's heart being that.
I didn't think that one was really that great, though. I thought it was kind of weird.
Well, that's what people have a problem with it.
Yeah.
Like, Spotted Leaf's heart was just so...
Uncalled for.
Yeah.
Unnecessary. Unwanted.
It's like, thanks, I hate it.
Great. This is exactly what we wanted.
Spotted Leaf and be fine with it.
I mean, I've never honestly liked Spotted Leaf, but that just...
made it worse.
Yeah. I didn't hate her, but now I just kind of really don't like her.
You know, it's like, oh yay, another ThunderClan cat who didn't want to be a medicine cat.
How many times have they used that? How many times have they done that now?
Every single time. And
Yeah,
even gone back to retconning characters who did like being medicine cats and saying, no, actually they were forced to do it.
Didn't Leafpaw want to be a medicine cat?
I think Leafpaw did. The person, like, it was recently going around that Sandstorm pressured her, but I think the person who started that said, never mind, they misread it. So I think Leafpaw and Featherwhisker are the only ones who actually wanted to be medicine cats in ThunderClan, and even then you could debate that Leafpaw regretted it later.
Oh, yeah. My knowledge of anything past the first arc.
It can't be that hard for there to really be warrior cats who are like, I want to heal people instead of murder them. Like, is it really that rare?
Oh yeah, but then it's also deciding when you're like 12 years old that you're never gonna have anyone like romantic in your life.
Yeah.
Well, you ought to keep in mind, though, that they're sitting around as kids listening to stories of people, fighting to the death and honorary warriors and so on. So I can imagine they'd want to be something that, everybody looks up to later on.
Yeah.
You really share stories about the medicine cats, which is, frankly, not fair.
They
Medicine
just
cats are
need
pretty
a better
important, too.
recruitment plan.
Yeah.
I mean, the better recruitment plan should be the fact that medicine cats are some of the most, important members of the clan. And it's like, you don't even really have to, work your way up as a warrior and become, a deputy in order to be, super respected. You just have to be a medicine cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just need to know your vocab.
Ooh, what do we think of Evil Spotted Leaf AU?
Ooh.
It's cool. I like it.
Yes,
It's great.
Oh my god.
that would be awesome.
I want it. I love it.
I'd like to see more of it.
Spotted Leaf manipulating Firestar in his dreams from like when he was an apprentice. Like, come on.
Oh, hang on.
That is pretty, like, low-key creepy, though. Admit it. You know?
Yeah, oh yeah. But
Spotted Leaf just needed to stop forever ago.
Boop. There we go. Dargan.
You know what the awfulest thing on the face of the planet is?
What?
what?
Acid reflux.
Oh!
Yeah.
That it's actually tied with Charlie horses, you know?
I'll drink to that.
No, acid reflux is awful. I hate eating Tums all day, every day.
Oh, I have like really bad acid reflux that affects me like every day, and it
Yeah,
has
I
for the
have
past
a-
like year and a half. But it's awful.
Oh,
But
that's
at
bad.
least it's forcing me to eat better.
Mm.
Well, yeah, mine forces me to eat better. I used to be like addicted to soda, and now I can't drink it anymore.
Oh,
It's just I
same.
had to
And like
stop.
soda is really unhealthy,
Hey.
so not being able to drink it isn't awful. 'Cause it's
Well,
really
yeah, it's not
unhealthy.
that it's awful. It's just that it's like really hard to not drink it.
Yeah, especially
it's
for-
been over a year since I last had soda, so it's not that big a deal for me anymore.
It's been a couple months.
Oh, I just have one every day.
Yeah, that's well. Generally, Sean and I actually split one a day, and then like every once in a while we drink more than that. But
I'll be real with you guys. I drink a Diet Mountain Dew every probably 3 hours. So it's killing me.
killing you slowly.
I think
But sure.
That was kind
2
of
There
weeks
for a
ago, me
good
and my mom.
not a long time.
Around 2 weeks ago, me and my mom went to the store and there was a deal on vitamin water, and it was like 10 for $2 or something.
Oh my god,
So I
vitamin water's
bought
great.
10 of them, and that's all I drank for like an entire week. I went through them so quickly, it was awful.
Alright.
Vitamin water's great though.
Important question though. What flavor did you choose?
Dragon fruit. Obviously dragon fruit.
Yeah.
Dragon
Oh
fruit
no, I
is
love
the
dragon fruit though.
I want to try that.
best. It's so good.
The lemon kind's my favorite. Like the lime,
What?
like it's not quite lemonade, but it's sort of like it.
Huh, I haven't tried that.
Like, I'll be real, that's how I quit drinking more than one can of soda a day, is I'll have one, and then if I start craving soda at any other time during the day, I just have, like, a couple, like, little sips of the dragon fruit life water,
Oh wow.
and that usually makes me stop craving soda for a bit.
Hey, that's
I
good.
just drank sparkling lemonade because what I needed that fizzy kind of feeling in my mouth, and nothing else was gonna make it feel like it was okay.
Alright.
Ugh, like it's a literal like addiction to that kind of fizzy feeling.
Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you.
Let me tell you some. Alright. Grape juice. Sparkling grape juice is the absolute saint of this planet.
Yes,
I'll drink to that.
definitely.
It is really good.
It's so great.
I love
I've
grape
never even
juice.
heard of that.
Yeah.
I
I
could really
have
go for some sparkling grape juice now.
Yeah. I have a soda stream, and what I like to do is I'll put the water in, and I'll like press the carbonate button like 20 times so that it's super fizzy. And it hurts to drink, but it tastes really good. I don't know why.
Can I tell you all an unpopular opinion I have?
Sure.
Yes.
I really like the only time I aside from when I'm forced to because they don't have it, I drink Pepsi is when it's warm.
Oh, you only like warm Pepsi?
I like Coke when it's warm, but I also like it when it's cold.
It's like the weirdest feeling when you drink Pepsi
Yes.
but warm. It's like a really sharp fuzzy feeling on the inside.
And it kind of
Like-
like stings, I guess. I don't know
Yeah,
what
it
you would call
does.
it.
It like a burny kind of stinky.
Yeah, like it burns and it feels good though. I like it.
Yeah.
Mountain Dew is kind of the same way. It tastes
Really?
zappy.
Yes, zappy. That's the one I would say. That is a good word.
Good choice.
I don't really like Pepsi. I prefer Coke. Pepsi's
I do
just too
prefer
sweet
Coke.
for me.
I
Coke
think Pepsi's
is
kind of nasty.
Coke's
Yeah.
the best.
Coke's the
Coke's
best.
great.
This is a Coke household.
Definitely.
No
Okay,
Pepsi's
I live in a
allowed.
Pepsi household, so I never get my addiction. Coke is way better though.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
we have one friend who drinks like nothing but Diet Pepsi, and every time he comes over, he has to bring his own, and we give him shit for it.
Oh, that's great.
Like he'll bring a whole 2-liter thing of Diet Pepsi with him, and drink it.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, okay,
2-liter thing.
that is like too much, even if it wasn't Pepsi, just way
That's
too
like
much.
too much for me. And like I could drink one in a couple days, but one day.
Walter.
The only thing I have in my household is Diet Mountain Dew. People make fun of me at school because I'll be walking around, here I am with my Diet Mountain Dew. But the truth is this is the only thing I have. So let me be.
I just live on Cherry Coke and Dr. Pepper.
Ugh, Cherry Coke.
That's valid.
I like Cherry Coke. Vanilla Coke is horrid, but Cherry
Okay.
Coke.
Okay, let's band together and agree. Vanilla Coke is the worst.
I haven't had
I
that.
like vanilla Coke, but like as a dessert, like not all the time.
It's
You
just
can't
more
just
than
drink
nice.
that stuff right out. You gotta slowly pace yourself, otherwise it's too sweet.
I'm not one for the old kind of sodas. I think they're called cream sodas or some shit.
Oh, yo.
Don't you dare!
No, cream sodas are great.
But
Yeah.
for the record, it makes my stomach upset, so I have an actual reason.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I can't really like most things that are cherry flavored, except for like Dr. Pepper, I can't have because for some reason my body doesn't react well to that one particular red dye that a lot of them use.
Huh.
So like cherry Coke is not a thing I can have because my body just hates that particular red, I guess.
It's just like, no, bro.
Yeah, like the last time I went to the state fair, I made the mistake of getting a cherry Slurpee.
Mm.
And my stomach was like, you wanted rides? I'll give you a ride.
One of the reasons why I don't like cherry Coke or cherry flavored things is it just brings me like, you know, the flavor of medicine, and that is what it brings me
Yes.
back to it every time I taste it.
Oh yeah.
I can definitely vouch for that one. I'm not a big
Inspired
cherry
cough
fan
medicine.
either.
Yummy!
Delish.
See, anything banana tends to remind me of medicine.
Oh,
You got banana medicine over there?
That's
What?
interesting.
There's like this banana flavored medicine that's just a very specific banana flavor that's not nice.
why?
I don't know, there's just something about it. I'm not big on bananas in the first place, but
No, but why banana flavored medicine? Over here we have like cherry and grape.
Yeah, we have like cherry and grape and that's it over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of the part I was wondering about too. It's like banana flavored medicine.
it's banana flavored, but it's like very clearly fake banana, and also it's luminous yellow.
What the
So
fuck?
luminously yellow, you're wondering if it's toxic, and like it's very worrying and concerning. It's like what you have when you're like a kid.
Oh my god.
This is why America fought for its independence.
I think bubblegum medicine is probably the best thing that came around. Like, I think I would just straight up drink bubblegum medicine, even if I wasn't sick.
I was about to mention the liar of bubblegum medicine, but alright.
Wait, you haven't had it?
No, I've had bubblegum medicine, but it's not good.
It's good. I would literally drink it. Like,
Has
right
anyone
now.
ever had to, when you go to the dentist and they have to put like one of those things, yeah, like the fluoride in your mouth, and you have to like just keep it there, and they're like,
Oh,
alright,
yeah.
do you want like bubble gum or mint? And I'm just like, oh gosh, which one's going to make me gag the least, please?
No, mine has caramel, and it's like the hardest thing in the world not to lick it off, because it actually does taste like caramel.
Alright.
Oh.
So I'm just like, don't salivate.
So, boys,
And his pleasures.
I got a story for y'all about the dentist.
Story time!
Oh,
Because I'm a jackass, and I jacked up my jaw like usual, and I needed to get one of my teeth, redone because I smashed into a peg, and whatever, I had to get fixed. And I went to the dentist, and you know how before they give you the numbing shot into your gums, they put the numbing medication, like the gel on a cotton swab in your jaw? They put that under my lip, and then they gave me the shot, and they walk away for 5 bloody seconds, and I managed to swallow it. I did that yesterday, and my stomach is still upset.
Oh.
Oh man.
And that's why they shouldn't look away.
Those doctors.
That was the dumbest moment I've ever had.
I think the worst moment that I've had at the dentist, and I'm sorry, this is a little kind of gross, but you know those little pick things that they kind of use in your mouth with the little mirror?
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, they got my tongue with that thing.
no, all kinds of no.
Alright, I could top it though. Back when I was a kid, I had this really messed up cavity tooth that
Nice save.
It was just it was a molar that was all messed up, and they went to go take it out, and they took out the wrong tooth.
Oh no!
And then
Whoopsie!
and they had to make me go through it all over again.
Let's put it back in there.
So unprofessional.
That sucks. Oh god, I'm so sorry about that.
I wonder how did they tell her, like, I'm sorry, but we picked the wrong tooth.
Yo, like my mom was so pissed. I'm sitting there in tears because it hurt like a bitch, and my mom's a monster. Let's be real. She will eat you alive, and I do not envy those doctors. Oh my god.
I don't have a dentist one, but I do have a medical related story, kind of ish.
Oh boy!
Alright,
So-
bring it on.
There we go.
You know that numbing stuff, Novocaine or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom and I are immune to it.
Oh no!
Yeah.
My mom found this out when she had a root canal. Like, they gave her 4 times the normal Novocaine dosage, and she could still feel it. So, when it came time for me to have my surgery, they were like, okay, we can knock you all the way out and put you under anesthesia, or there's this new thing that they do where they basically, it's like the same kind of thing as Novocaine, and they just apply that locally and then kind of only knock you out a little bit. So like you're
Laughing gas?
like not quite that. But it's like where they're operating on will be numbed out, but you'll still be kind of conscious. And the whole time they're like, oh yeah, like, most people when we ask them, they don't remember anything about the procedure. You're still technically awake and can breathe on your own, because when they put you under anesthesia, they have to put like a breathing tube down.
Wait, really?
Yeah, they have to
Yeah.
move your tongue and everything. As
Oh
a
my
veterinarian,
God.
we have to do that.
And they're like, so instead of doing all that
We can
mess, we
kill
can just do
someone.
this. And I was like, no, you gotta knock me out. That crap is not gonna work on me. Like, I already know, because my mom had that root canal issue, that if you do, like, a local anesthetic on my arm, it's not gonna work.
Oh.
So they knocked me out, and I came out of surgery, and they're like, well, we really don't want to give you, just send you home with your hand all jacked up. So we're going to apply that local anesthetic now. And I'm like, whatever, because I'm still a little, not fully conscious.
Loopy.
So they do that, and it did nothing. I was absolutely correct to make them knock me all the way out, because I could, like, as they were putting it in, they're like, okay, and that should, like, totally knock you out. Like, you probably won't be able to move this arm. And then I was like, yeah, whatever. And I just, like, stood up, and it was completely normal. It didn't feel any different at all.
Ooh, that could
So I'm like, yeah, we're immune to Novocaine.
It reminds me, like, I was about 13, 14 odd, and I was having this, I'd have a blood test, and I hate needles. They had to try many a time, and all they got was a crying 12-year-old me. Like, so
You
they
fought
tried
the good
real hard.
fight.
Oh, yeah. And so, right, we ended up going up to the hospital, and they gave me this, I don't know what they gave me, something that kind of
Throws you out
makes
of
you,
it?
like, yeah, except it didn't work at all. In the slightest. And so this poor nurse came at me with this needle, and my dad was near enough sitting on me, and I pulled her across the floor about 4 times because, like, you cannot have my arm, I want it back. In the end, they just gave up, and the whole fainting thing I was going through just went away. So I was like, cool, I just ignored my problems, and it worked. Don't do that, bad advice, but it's how it works.
I hate booster shots so much.
Just anything needles, I do not go anywhere near at all.
I used to actually love getting a shot as a kid because it always meant that I.
What is wrong with you, Tennille?
Because I always associated it with going out to eat because my parents would always like reward me for being good at the doctor and then like go take me to go out to eat and get ice cream or something like that.
Oh. It's like how
So the needles, like the needles, didn't bother me at all, and then on top of that, I got to eat ice cream. So
Win-win.
Yeah, I was never really bothered by shots much either, but also my family, like a lot of the women in my family are seamstresses, so the amount of times I've been stabbed by needles is higher than normal.
Well, yeah, like, that's the same thing for me too, because, like, I've had fish hooks in my hand all the time. I have to deal with getting them out. So, it's never bothered me.
So, like, I don't mind, like, sewing needles and stuff like that. It's just specifically needles, that I'm just like, haha, no, I'm gonna go on the other side of the universe. You're gonna have to catch me.
You know, I kind of understand that. You know, people, if they're not around something all the time, then usually they can develop a phobia of it due to how everybody else looks at it. For example, snakes and spiders and so on. I love snakes. Snakes are awesome.
Yeah, snakes are the best. Oh my god.
The girl that I was hanging out with
Cats
today
are the
reads
best.
them. Excuse you? Rats are the best.
Every animal is the best, except for the ones that aren't.
Horses
suck. Oh my gosh, when in like Firestar's Quest she was voting for rats to win and like fuck SkyClan, just make rats win.
Hey, those rats earned that hollow fair and square.
I love how Firestar seems so out of character in that book. He's like so pissed by everything, especially by other kid pets.
Yeah. Another thing that can. Oh no, go on.
And I love how, like, when they were searching for Medicine Cat, Echo Song just appeared out of nowhere and she was like, yeah, that's me.
I heard y'all calling my name.
Nah, snakes are good though too. Slither puppies.
Yeah.
You know what doesn't need to exist? Mosquitoes. Mosquitoes can all die.
They're kind of
Mosquitoes' only purpose is feeding bats.
Yeah.
Well, obviously there's not enough bats where I live. They're not doing a very good job.
Bats are so cute. I love bats.
I like bats.
I know.
Bats are good.
Like,
Bats are the flying puppies.
And like, not just because I'm a gothic piece of shit, but like, actually I do legitimately love bats. They're so great.
Bats are cool. I like they've got really interesting noses. A lot of them. Just the shapes are just
I just really like
interesting.
their eyes. They have those big round eyes.
I caught one back when I was younger.
Oh yeah.
Oh, whoa.
What did you do? Just jump in the sky, grab it?
It was a small bat, and it landed on my mom's car, and I creeped up the side of the car, and I grabbed him.
Oh wow.
And
Wow.
when I picked him up, they're so soft. They feel like velvet. And then when they're upset or like because I caught him, they make this noise that it's not quite the normal bat noise they make. It's not a scream, but it's a noise that's so high pitched that it hurts your ears. And they'll just do it every couple of seconds. And I think that's their self-defense mechanism. I'm not
That
quite
sounds
sure.
like a Pokemon.
It really kind of is. But
That's a real life Pokemon.
I love bats. 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Would pet again.
You find a bat and you're like, you supersonic.
We have an animal, like, wildlife preserve here that's really close to this bridge where there's this huge colony of bats. I haven't been out there in years, but I try to go every October and watch them fly out. It's the coolest thing.
Aw.
And I actually can see them every day at night.
Yeah, we kind of live
Just
out in
garden.
the middle of nowhere, so we see bats all the time. There's no getting close to them.
I don't see bats, but I hear seagulls constantly.
Oh.
Great.
Seagulls. Oh,
Oh
they're
my
so
god,
annoying.
yeah, like the
No
person you're
idea.
calling. There was just
Oh my
seagulls.
god. Sorry
Seagulls.
about that. I didn't
Seagulls are
have
fun.
that bad of a cough. I've been coughing the entire stream, but that one was bad.
Oh.
I didn't actually hear it, so
Okay, good, because
Yeah.
it was like one of those. It was those really bad coughs. Where like, ugh.
Nah,
There's coughs and there's the like, you are coughing it and you feel it.
like
Even, like,
deep down in you.
Oh yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
the rattler.
Oh
Yeah.
god, yeah. And then there's
Yeah.
those coughs that are
Alright.
like, you're coughing and you're gonna cough up all your internal organs.
Suggestion, Cinder. If you get some milk and you warm up a little bit, probably like 20 seconds in the microwave, and throw in about 2 teaspoons of honey, it will soothe your throat really well. I use it whenever I have the flu.
I love how specific 26
I will
was.
definitely
Some
try that.
catmin.
I heard that having milk when you're sick increases the amount of mucus, though.
Yeah, it does. It
So
definitely
it's kind of a choose.
That's not ideal. Pick your poison type deal.
I used to have like really bad coughs when I got bronchitis for a bit, and
Oh no.
when that happens, you cough so much that sometimes you can tear open something from the inside, and you start coughing up blood. And
Yeah,
God.
Oh,
that was
Oh, Jesus.
the funnest moment I've ever had because I had been diagnosed not contagious, so they sent me to school because they're a bunch of assholes, and I started coughing in class, and it was the best moment when everybody looked at me. I'm just like bleeding, and they're like, can I leave now? And I got to leave.
This is like the intense chat. This stream's gonna come with a
All
warning.
because I was worried that I caught a gross cough on stream. Maybe I did. I don't know.
I didn't hear either, so
Okay, so
I
the
just don't think it
stream problem-
broadcasted.
It's the phantom
Okay,
cough.
good. Good, because... Or maybe it's just because of my headset, because I know you guys have said that, like, it's sometimes hard to hear me because of my headset.
Yeah, maybe it blocked it out. I don't know.
Oh my...
Maybe you're too loud for it.
Oh my god. Do you
Went
keep
from
hearing-
being so
do you
loud
hear
that
me
it was silent.
clearing my throat? Because I've done that a lot. I think I've been doing that a lot more than I've been coughing.
Yeah, that I've heard, but
Okay.
it seems like there's something going around because a few people I know have been sick recently. Get your flu shots.
Suggestion to y'all, if you see anybody with strep throat, stay as far away as you can. This past season, I've been reading some stuff about how it's got some really weird effects, and it's been really bad. So be wary.
Alright.
I've had strep throat in the past. It's nasty stuff.
It is. But there was some side effects that came with it this past flu season, particularly for younger people.
Oh yeah?
And it had some psychological damage, which is very, very unusual.
Really?
And here, I could pull up the article and throw it in, but it
must be a mutant strain.
Yeah, I hope it goes away quickly.
I don't hear about something like that too often.
Oh, my cat has brought me something.
I have a present for you!
Oh, is that Tigger? Oh, thanks.
Really touched. I just got back from a trip and all my cats were like so excited and garden and all of them came to me and I have 11 cats, so I was like covered in 11 cats.
You have 11 cats?
I would love 11 cats.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
I had like one and then my sister found a stray she-cat and she got it and then they got pregnant.
Oh.
And this is like the second litter of kids.
Gotta get them fixed.
Gotta get those fixed.
I really wish I could get a cat, but I can't because my parents are allergic.
I feel that. I ended up reading Warrior Cats because I was so upset I couldn't have a cat. And but instead I practically have every other animal out there.
Oh yeah, I have like 3 dogs and 3 guinea pigs.
I have sugar gliders, I have a bearded dragon, I have hamsters, I have my fat, beautiful, lovely dog. And then I have, what else? Let's go down the list. I have my pet rats. I love my boys. My boys are the best. And we have a rabbit. And I hate the rabbit. That's all you need to know.
Wow.
He's evil. That's all you need to know is he's evil.
Oh!
He only does it to me. He gets onto my bed and takes a massive dump on it every time. They're evil. Rabbits are evil. That's all you need to know.
Funicula.
Also, I put the
oh man, I love that book series.
I put the news article in the general chat.
Okay, thanks.
I'll make sure to read that. That's really weird and interesting and sort of scary.
Hopefully it was just this one case.
Yeah, oh my god. So whenever there was this time where I got sick over at my Nana's house, and I had the flu, I think. It was only for like 1 or 2 days. It was really bad and it was like flu-y, and it was around the time that people were actually like getting really sick and dying from the flu. And so my Nana essentially gave me got me super panicked that I was going to die instead of actually helping.
The best.
So, that was a thing that happened. I'm like, no, I don't want to die. I'm too young. I haven't animated anything yet. Please let me be alive.
Oh, wow, that is a mood.
I have a question for y'all.
Yeah.
For all of you who have been in school in the past 4 years, did exactly 4 years ago, was there a sickness that just wiped out the entire school? Like, just one day, just took out everything?
I've been out of school longer than that, but there was a time in high school when, everybody was coming down with mono, and we legitimately had to close down our school because so many kids got sick.
Oh, wow.
High school? So, and it's never happened like a big disease, but there was once a huge storm and only 3 of us came to class.
Oh, wow. I remember a few years ago. So, it was a Tuesday. And I remember it was a Tuesday because every Tuesday we would have, workshops after recess and lunch. But then, everyone was sick and going home. And me and my friend Leyland played for, it was essentially recess for the rest of the day. And so we played like cats or something for 2 hours, and it was great. We were like, and there was like 5 people left in the class. It was amazing.
The reason I mentioned this is that about back in my 8th grade year, which was 4 years ago now, that's really weird. It's 4 years ago. There was a sickness that went straight through our school, and I mean, the time I came in, I'm tired as usual, and I went and sat at my desk. And by 3rd period, which is about 3 hours, I was throwing up, and I like had a high fever of 102.
Mhm.
And I mean, 122 kids left by lunchtime at my school.
Holy!
Wow.
And then apparently we weren't the only school experiencing that, because over in the main district school, they lost even more by lunchtime, and then by the end of the day, there's more. And it was just horrendous. And I was wondering if anybody else experienced it outside of Florida.
No.
I don't think it was something like that, but it was really weird.
I mean, they
I
didn't close
actually
that
lived in
school.
5 years ago now. But,
Sarasota County hates children.
This
So
is
they
why
don't-
all the zombie apocalypses start in Florida.
Let's be real. We're gonna die first.
My school's literally too stubborn to close down, so they're just like, well, there's only 2 kids here, still going to school.
What?
Well,
Why?
It is a state law, or granted, I just said state, so I know that in Indiana, if so many kids don't come, like you have to have a certain percentage of the students there, otherwise they have to shut down the school.
Here it's like they won't shut it if there's not much people, but if there's a storm or like literally snow started to fall and it was like so nice and beautiful, and the school's like, nope, we're gonna close.
Bro.
So it happens really rare. Yeah, just storms.
My elementary school only closed one time in the entire time I was there.
Whoa, really?
Yeah. It was for a really big reason, though, so it makes sense.
Huh.
My schools, in Sarasota, usually hurricanes miss us. We're like in the one weird spot in Florida. And during Hurricane Irma, that was the first time I've ever experienced a school shutdown. Ever.
Oh, really?
I've gone my entire life at all my schools. Never have I had to deal with a shutdown. And, we've actually gone to school during hurricanes. So...
Oh, look, children, it's a tornado.
Today's lesson, meteorology.
all of us in high school would be like, I guess we die.
Weather is extreme enough around here that we plan days ahead of time where school's going to, like, essentially we plan for makeup days. Like, we have...
Yeah, it's called hurricane days.
Oh, see, for us we call it snow days, because it's most likely going to be due to snow.
Oh, funny fact, this past year, Sarasota County, the county that I currently was living in, they did not schedule any hurricane days. Everywhere else, in all the other counties, they scheduled at least 10. And we scheduled none. And this is the first time we've ever dealt with a hurricane that caused us all to shut down.
Wow.
Oh, I feel you.
That's how I feel about it.
Let's be real, school systems suck, so you
Oh,
won't
yeah.
miss anything good.
Yeah.
True that.
The saga.
Yeah, like, I can teach
Suck, and that's
some
why
classes
it's
much
saga.
better than half of my professors.
I remember I had a teacher in secondary school who she would come to our English class and she
Yeah.
she would sorry. She'd come to my English class and she would ask my friends, "What are we doing this lesson?" And it's like, "You're the teacher. You should know, not
I
us."
hate when teachers do that. It's
One
so
teacher
annoying.
that's when she's sick or when we're like behind with studies, she's like, "Yeah, open the textbook and do the lesson yourself."
What?
I had a teacher that, like, I don't have any problems with people who have Russian or accents and stuff. I understand. It's really hard to get a hold of the English language. We make everything complicated. But she had a really hard Russian accent, and she got so mad whenever anybody had to ask her to repeat something. And since I had ADHD, I asked her to repeat something, and she sent me to the back of the classroom for the rest of the day.
What?
Lovely.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
Yeah, that's
So sweet, but like, teacher is really kind and good, but she just doesn't know how to teach.
Oh, I've had a few of those.
Yeah, a lot of the teachers in my school are really good, but in 6th grade we had this music teacher, and so essentially she didn't know how to deal with the kind of kids in my school, aka super hyper, like 4th through 8th graders. So, like, she got really annoyed and stuff and didn't know how to teach us, and then she ended up leaving the next year.
Oh,
She's
wow.
never had a stable music teacher since, like, I joined. It's
Oh my God.
Defense Against the Dark Arts and Harry Potter.
When you mentioned that, I had a music teacher. I absolutely loved him. We would often play Harry Potter. Since I had like an injury, we always, when we played Harry Potter, he would be the Mad-Eye Moody, and he would teach us dark arts, and he was so happy about that, and he would always laugh and be delighted.
I love joyful teachers. Those people should have that job all their life, and like, people should be hired specifically because they're nice people and they can teach. You know?
Exactly, like, if I don't care if you have academic grades stuff and if you have like diploma, but if you can't teach, why are you in a school? And especially if you don't like children.
Yeah. Why are you teaching children when you don't like children?
Yeah, like, I fully acknowledge that I really don't like kids. So I will not ever pick out a job that will put me in the position where I have to look after kids. Just the end of the story.
That's just logic and common sense.
I mean, you might as well do a job that you like. I mean, if you like the job that you're doing, then you never work a day in your life, as my dad would say.
I'm gonna have to go to dinner in like 2 minutes, but I'll be back after dinner.
Okay.
So, just letting you guys know.
Have a good dinner.
Nice dinner.
Enjoy.
I'll be back whenever I'm finished eating, which will hopefully be soon. Alright. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I have a question for Neil. What do you think would be a good idea to start a comic?
Oh man, I'm the wrong person to ask because I have not been able to start a comic. I've tried a couple of different times and I've not been successful.
Okay.
Mostly, the biggest thing is just to do it. Like, it's so hard. It's so easy to just keep putting it off and saying like, oh, well, you know, I want to wait until like I'm better or I've got like this many followers or something like that. When really it's like you just need to do it.
Okay.
Watch Miraculous Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir.
Yes.
I heard Ladybug.
Man, I had a dream about frickin' about Adrian and Marinette finally figuring it out, and then I woke up and I was like, oh, thank God they finally did it. And then I realized it was a dream.
You're like, oh no!
Their schedule is so messed up. Like, did they cancel an episode?
I was so upset. I like the show, but I just want them to move on from this plot point already.
Yeah.
I think they're like supposed to make the face reveal now in season 2. At least that's what they've been telling us about at the beginning. But now I'm not sure because
they've been hinting at it a lot.
They've been doing now because like okay, we have a month, then we release one episode. Think about like 2 months, and then you're gonna have like one episode. It's like, are you doing them right now?
I'm just so tired.
I've watched a bit of season 2, but I'm quite a bit behind because I keep waiting up for Netflix to put the French voice cast in. So I'm dying.
Second season has such a good story.
Yeah. The English is terrible.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
While we're at Good Professors, did you watch the episode when Miss Bustier gets acclimatized? Sure.
I don't even know who that is.
It's their teacher, the redhead one.
There's so many redheads.
Her power was that she could kiss people, and when she did, they would become zombies.
Are you talking about the one episode where Cat Noir gets black lipstick?
Oh, that one.
You have to watch if you didn't play yet. It's so amazing because that's the first time that the victim actually really tried to resist getting akumatized. Akuma entered her, she was like, no, you can't force me to do evil.
Well, I think that's part of the point of Mockwing, is that he's not really forcing people to be evil. They're just kind of accepting it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you're mad and you just want to like break stuff, but you know that you shouldn't, but then someone comes along and is like, hey,
go ahead,
you should totally break this thing.
And then you're like, alright, I'll break the thing, and that's basically it.
Yeah.
It's like that Kermit meme.
He's an enabler.
Yeah, that's it.
I like actually have a question about that.
Same reason? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I don't know. Okay. So why isn't it obvious to Adrian and I forgot a name already.
Marinette.
Yep. Why isn't it
plot
obvious
reasons.
to them?
That's it.
It's just so annoying. The hair, the voice.
Like they don't even.
Especially in the episode when they had to act as Ladybug and Cat Noir, and like they had the whole costume except for the mask, and I was like, how do you
I
not?
personally would like to just remake, take all the audio and just remake the series, like redraw and animate it, and just change their designs so that it would make more sense, you know?
Yeah, that's why I kind of liked the 2D OVA design better, because they looked a little bit more different, and like I feel like the thing that we're supposed to get out of it in the show that we have is that Ladybug seems like she's too confident to be Marinette, and Chat Noir feels like he's too cheesy to be Adrian. But I really kind of don't like what that says, because, I mean, it seems like Adrian is starting to like Marinette anyway, but it's kind of saying that like they don't actually like who they are, they're just kind of liking their idea of them, and then when they actually see who they really are, I don't know.
Once an Adrian is like, Marinette, you're my best friend. Marinette, you're my best fan.
The way I kind of see it though is that it's like people who jump from the internet in real life. You know how people I don't know how to quite describe it, but when people are on the internet, they're completely kind of different person than they are when you talk to them in real life. Does that make any sense?
That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair. But it's like when it gets to the point where they literally can't recognize each other because of how different they are, that it's a little...
Right.
Like, I'm a little bit more confident online than I am in real life, but not to the point where you wouldn't be able to know it's me.
Well, and another thing, too, is I think they imply this in the show, but you're supposed to, like, think that, oh, the reason they don't recognize each other is because, like, the miraculous gives them, is like some kind of magic to protect their identities or something.
I don't know if you watched the last teaser when they teased Chloe's mom and, like, Adrian getting turned into gold. Chloe's mom is gonna be the next traumatized victim, and she can turn people into gold with her, like, staff. And she turned Adrian into gold, so there'll be no Cat Noir in that episode.
Oh, dude, spoilers!
Yeah, don't share spoilers, please.
Yeah. And then they said, like, okay, we're not gonna release that episode, that's gonna be, like, after these 2 episodes. I'm like, come on! It's something that big.
Yo! So, what do y'all think of a reboot of, what? I can't think of the original name for it, but I know that the bad guy is called the Delightful Children.
Oh, Kid Next Door.
Yeah!
Oh, I actually never watched the original series, so I have no opinion on that. Yeah, I know! It's one that I just missed out on.
You missed out on something great and beautiful.
Like, it was super good, but I'm not sure it really needs to be rebooted. Like, I would like to see it on again, but it's kind of a pretty recent show. Like, it wasn't that long ago.
I understand the reboots of things that are, like, you know, like He-Man era kind of things. I understand reboots of those kind of shows because they're very old and etc.
Right.
Like a
She-Ra reboot. Is so bad on them.
Yeah. Like let's not mince words here. They were not very good shows.
No.
So giving them like a second life, like, oh, okay, well let's make this something better this time.
I mean, Voltron was literally Voltron was literally clipped together from 2 different anime.
I will say that I am very against the upcoming show, Thundercats. The last Thundercats series was actually pretty good. The first original sucked, I won't lie, but I still love it. But did you guys see what they're gonna do to Thundercats?
Oh, it looks so bad. It looks so bad.
I mean, they're taking like the Teen Titans Go route, aren't they? Where they're making it very silly.
Yeah.
And the designs look worse than Teen Titans Go. They are just not appealing in the slightest.
Yeah, and then I mentioned that I really didn't like the design, and someone on Tumblr just immediately, like a whole horde of them, attacked me for it. Because they're like, oh, is it because he's chubby? I'm like, no, it's because that's just not who he is.
Because Tumblr is a friendly place.
Yeah. Just stay away from Tumblr, everyone. It's sad.
Yeah.
Come on my Tumblr, but no other Tumblr.
I just go in there for memes.
I just sit in my bubble, and I'm perfectly happy in my bubble.
Have you watched the Death Note, the anime?
Yes.
Never seen Death Note.
Okay, but the Netflix Death Note, though.
No.
Like, literally, I was passed out on the floor of my friend's apartment and woke up, and they were watching it. So I just look up at the TV, and I see Light in a top hat, and I just immediately went, nope, and fell right back asleep.
Nope.
Alright.
My body was like, no, we're gonna spare you this.
But let's be real, guys. Every, like, movie that they ever produce where it's based off an anime, for example, Full Metal Alchemist, Death Note, and I'm pretty sure there's one for Bleach.
Tar.
What is with the blood effect? Do you guys ever see that?
Oh man. I don't even...
That's most definitely not blood. I don't know what's coming out of all y'all's bodies, but that is not blood.
Oh, that high-pressure ketchup.
Well, it doesn't even have the consistency of ketchup. It's like water. Ooh.
Yeah.
That high-pressure tomato juice.
We did, like, in my high school, high schools are specialized in some directions, and mine's in chemistry and biology. And one lesson of chemistry, we did like a fake blood, literally the fake blood. And it looks so real. I can show you a picture if you want.
Yeah, feel free to throw that in the chat.
People are gonna be like mortified, but covered our hands in blood, and it was like, look at this.
Yes, back to the days of flubber.
Man, okay, I'm watching the drawing, and I still haven't decided if this character is gonna have normal feet or talons, so I don't know what you're gonna do.
I'll probably just leave it ambiguous here, like a kind of chibi style.
Yeah, because I'm like, I don't know what is gonna go on with that.
You know what's really a hard habit to break? Same face syndrome.
Yeah.
I've been trying really hard to give my characters different faces, but with ponies it's vaguely difficult for me.
Yeah.
I have such a way I draw the faces, so I'm like, this one is meant to have a very round face, but you can't really tell. You can't tell she's meant to be round, short, and tubby. She's just a horse.
Sometimes it'd be like that.
It doesn't help that the show, like, the way it gets made is thanks to same face syndrome.
Yeah, I mean, I don't draw any of my stuff in show style at all. I'm just like, yeah, oh, but no.
Also, when you draw a fan of something, it's very hard to not do it in the same style.
Mm.
Okay, I just realized my microphone was not at my mouth.
That would explain a lot.
Mm. Yeah, because like
sometimes it does something like. Even when I draw Pokemon, I end up drawing it like a weird mix between my own style of drawing what the Pokemon's based on and the details of the Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. I don't know how to draw Pokemon.
Pokemon are honestly like really hard to draw. So
it's a really
that's why I'm waiting for you eventually to do a drawing a blank episode for a Pokemon.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to like experiment a lot because
like whenever I draw Pokemon that are like when I draw evolutions, I draw them very cat-like.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I draw a lot of cats. And recently I've also I've drawn Virizion a bit ever since getting my shiny one. I don't know what the hell to do for that. Like, I guess look at a deer.
I guess.
Then make it Virizion.
What the heck is Eevee? Is Eevee a fox? Is it a cat?
A mammal.
Eevee's a fox.
That's it.
A mammal,
Okay.
yeah.
It
Pretty
is.
accurate.
That's all you can say about it.
It's small and fluffy, and a friend.
It's a cat, fox, dog thing. Alright. For all of its evolutions. Except Espeon. Espeon is a cat.
Mm.
Look at it. It is a cat.
Yeah, that's a cat.
And Vaporeon is a water cat. But it's not like... I'm not as adamant about it being a cat as I am about Espeon being a cat. Espeon is a cat.
The important thing to remember, though, is that Sylveon is trans.
Yes.
I'm like lost. Is that like a thing that's going around?
Oh yeah.
Because I just saw, like, on my Twitter feed someone being really huffy about it, and I'm like, what the... Why bother being upset about this?
Apparently there's some, like, dickish accounts that are just, like, blocking anyone who is saying Sylveonna's trans, because their butt hurt. And so people are like, alright, Sylveonna's definitely trans now.
Okay, so statement from an earlier conversation. Apparently that news article was fake that I was reading about the sickness and the effects of psychological damage. I'm just gonna take this off of the chat and,
and not spread misinformation.
I do not want to do that. My bad.
Well, now you know.
The more you know.
The more you know. There we go.
Reading Rainbow.
I think I'm gonna move some characters around.
Now that's a series that could be revived. Reading Rainbow.
Oh yeah,
man, I would pay for Reading Rainbow. I'm pretty sure that dude is still alive. Get him back.
Yeah. Did you hear about the guy from Jeopardy is backing down finally? Like the guy that's been hosting it for the last, I don't know, 8, 10, I don't know how many years it's been going on.
Forever. Just forever. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that Jeopardy qualifies as purgatory.
Probably.
Can you suggest me an online game that has good lore and characters?
What's that?
Me any online game that has good lore and characters?
Ooh, I don't know. I don't really play online games. I'm very much
like
a console PC person.
I do have a video game that is good that is on console.
Okay, I only have PC, so
it does have PC. It does have a PC version too. It's
what's it called?
It's called Hue, Hue, and like the name implies, it's about color. And
I'm gonna check it out.
It is a really cool puzzle game.
I do play a lot of online games, but I always pick ones with lore because I love to get like into their world and all the stories and characters.
Mm-hmm.
For League of Legends, they made a map of the whole world, and it looks so amazing. You can like zoom in and see all the champions and characters from that part of the world. You can even see some of the pictures of like flora and fauna.
That's cool.
Huh.
Ooh, what brush is that, Tennille?
It's a watercolor brush.
Nice.
Yeah. I like using it for nice, simple backgrounds.
Ooh, that is really pretty. Thank you for drawing Bina, by the way.
Yeah.
Tennille.
No problem.
Drawings are so amazing. I love them.
It's just...
Ooh.
I'm really happy that someone finally drew Nocturne, because I've been waiting for someone to like just draw him for like the longest time.
Aw. Well, I'm happy
Nocturne?
to oblige.
Nocturne's the white dragon.
Oh yeah, speaking of Nocturne, I didn't add the like star effect on the wings.
Man, I have no idea what I'm gonna make for dinner tonight.
Oh wow, that's a mood.
I was
Okay.
literally about to say spaghetti.
God,
Pasta.
I'm about to get killed, but I really don't like pasta.
Oh yeah?
It's hard for me to eat it.
Mm.
Really?
Yeah, like I don't know what it is about like just the texture of it, or
Oh,
I
you
just
got like.
have
sorry.
never cared for it at all.
You thought she meant like physically hard?
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. I do have a
Did you-
friend
did you
like
cook
that
it?
who like cannot eat certain things because of the texture of them, but for me it's just something I don't like.
You know what I can't stand?
Hmm.
Mushrooms.
Oh, I love mushrooms.
Those I like, but I could definitely see how someone wouldn't want them.
Oh yeah. Sean's actually
They're kinda
similar.
weird.
He doesn't like mushrooms.
I hate the rubbery texture.
Yeah.
It just makes me gag.
That's fair.
That is a thing, yeah.
I can't take all those small fishes.
I'm not a fan of steamed vegetables.
No, they're weird.
Sorry. I don't like to eat with my hands, and I don't like to prickle and go to the fish to pick out the bones.
Hmm.
I
Don't like them.
I'm honestly, for someone who lives in Florida, I cannot stand fish. I really do not like the taste of fish. But I will eat sushi. Sushi's different.
I have to try it. I really
That's
want
'cause,
to
like,
try sushi.
Raw fish is so much better than cooked fish.
Yeah.
Like,
I like
when you
tuna,
cook
too.
fish, it loses all its flavor.
Big fishes are okay. You can eat them quite easily, and they're not annoying to clean.
I want to give sushi another try. I've only tried it once, and it was at like a mediocre Chinese restaurant.
Oh my god, you guys! Do you know that anime Food Wars?
Mm-mm.
Yes.
If you're
Apparently someone does.
watch that, like you get so hungry and you want to eat the fancy food.
Well, guess I'm gonna drag Tennille to Makuni's.
Sounds good to me.
You know, I'm the kind of person that wakes up at 3 in the morning just to make pancakes. Like, I'm straight up from that one SpongeBob episode where Patrick wakes up and he's just like, oh, time for my burger. I just make pancakes instead.
Oh man, you know what? I have a Mickey Mouse waffle iron. I've never used it. I'm kind of feeling waffles. Maybe I can find a waffle recipe.
Oh, waffles are great.
Do it.
Alright, suggestion. Make those waffles and put some peanut butter between them.
Mm. That's good stuff.
I don't know if we have peanut butter.
I love waffles with ginger and chocolate.
Ah, crap,
I don't
where
think I've
was
ever
syrup,
tried
though?
that. But
Waffles
like,
also... Oh, go on.
I love breakfast food, but I can't eat anything before like 9 a.m. or else I'll get sick.
Oh, that's a big
That's
And it's especially awful because during the school year, I have to eat breakfast before 8 or at 8. So,
big mood.
Sometimes that's just how it is, and I only have to deal with this for one more year.
I used to get the worst. Go on.
Oh, I was just gonna say that I hoped, like, as a teen, that, like, when I got older, I would get over that, and, like, I'd finally be able to eat in the morning and stuff, but it's never gone away.
And
Just
now
like,
you can
oh.
actually do what you need to do.
Right, it's just like, oh, man, I'm hungry, but I know if I eat anything, I'm gonna be in the bathroom for the next 2 hours.
Man, school lunches, the best thing was breakfast corn dog.
Breakfast corn dog? You got that?
It was a sausage wrapped
Yeah.
in pancake.
Yeah, those are the best. And then they would have like
Here.
syrup with it.
Yes.
Great. I love those.
It was like turkey sausage too, so they could pretend it was healthy.
No, yeah, that's legitimately pretty good stuff.
I used to have this weird thing that every day, like around what would be called second, third period, I'd have the worst stomach pains ever.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'd get up, I always go to the bathroom, and like on my walk towards the bathroom, I'd all of a sudden feel fine, and I'd walk back.
Oh.
Dude, same though.
Every day.
That happened to me also.
Yeah, don't you hate it when you're like I'm in physical pain because I need to go to the bathroom, and then it's like 2 seconds later, it's like, oh no, you're fine.
Yeah, and then the other worst feeling is when you go to the bathroom, but you still feel like you need to go to the bathroom no matter what's going on. You know?
Oh yeah.
Low-key makes me angry.
I'm kind of impressed we didn't get like a ton of questions out of the chat thanks to Water.
Yeah,
conversing
Water
with
has
people.
been like MVP this stream, just staying on top of it. Thank you so much.
I did see one question down there that I actually do want to talk about as we're wrapping up, and that was what we think of A Vision of Shadows and where it's headed from here. I haven't read River of Fire yet.
Oh, no.
So I don't know about the last book that came out. I'm waiting on it at the library.
Interesting.
So I'm interested to
That's
see
all
what
I'm
you
gonna
guys have to say.
I really hope the next book, the last book, is good, because, like, Darkest Night was fine, but then River of Fire just was really not fine.
Yeah, like, I got through Darkest Night and I was like, okay, I see some of the usual problems coming up here, but hopefully they'll pull it out of this. And now I've just seen a lot of really mixed reactions on River of Fire where it's basically filler.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh crap. So like I've already kind of low-key in my head started writing my Vision of Shadows video.
Yeah, that's kind of what
they did it again.
What I'm waiting for too is I'm waiting for the last book to come out, and then I'll just do a whole big video about Vision of Shadows. But
yeah, so mine's coming out in January because I should have time to read everything by then. And I'm just not. I'm like, please, please, last book, blow me away, because I don't want to say bad things about this series, but I feel like you're gonna make me.
right, it was so good up to Shattered Sky, and then Darkest Night was like, okay, like that was fine, but I'm curious to see where it goes from here, and then seeing where it goes from there is just like, okay.
I really hope it won't be like the New Prophecy where the first 3 books are good and then they ruin everything with the last 3.
Yeah, they did the same thing in Dawn of the Clans, and it's like, and that's kind of what the theme of my sum up of the whole arc so far is that Prophecies Begin is still probably going to end up being the best written arc because it's the only arc that has had a consistent plot for all 6 books.
Well, and like a consistent quality for all 6 books.
Yeah, and like, you know, we're focused on the same villain the whole time, and like, it's really the only, even with all the problems that it does have, and it does have problems, it's the most consistent arc out of the whole series.
Mm-hmm. Which is sad because so many things about the other series I like so much more than the Prophecies Begin.
Oh yeah, the first 3 books of A Vision of Shadows, and honestly I'd say the first 3 books of Dawn of the Clans just completely blow it out of the water, but then the arc isn't just those 3 books though, and if it was just those 3 books, which I honestly just think that they don't have enough stuff to fill out 6 books of stuff.
Right.
Or they do, but they're focusing on the wrong things. I don't know, it's gonna be a video. It's gonna be a whole time.
I have another idea for the errands. What if they stop doing arcs as in just 6 books? Instead, they just if their storyline doesn't last long enough, maybe just 3 books or something of that nature.
If they just cut it down to 4 books an arc, they'd be perfect.
Yeah.
But they won't because they have a formula, and I'm like, no. Oh, god damn it.
I have to say that in the new Prophecy, Leaf Pop was one of my favorite characters. Because she was so kind and she helped everyone, and her relationship with Squirrelbite was like so nice. Completely, I hate her now. She's so bitchy.
No.
Wait, who?
Leaf Pool.
Cool.
Oh, yeah.
What happened?
Like, Aaron, you ruined my favorite character.
Well, and the funny thing is that Leaf Pool is their favorite character. Or at least most of them. Like, they love Leaf Pool.
They always dislike the most interesting ones. Like, I know Kate hates Needletail, and I'm like, but she's so good.
Kate's also said that she doesn't like Squirrelflight, and I'm like, but
No,
you guys
but they're
mistreat
having-
Squirrelflight so badly.
But they're having her write the Squirrelflight Super Edition.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, yeah, she said that she's not going to let her personal feelings get in the way of that, but at the same time, how can you not?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like, I really hope that Squirrelflight's Super Edition isn't terrible and ruins her character.
Wait.
Blue, the crow feather one.
Squirrelflight's Super Edition?
Yeah, Squirrelflight's Hope, I think is what it's
That's
called
it,
now.
yeah.
Yeah, that's coming out after Crowfeather's trial.
I was not aware that there was going to be a Super Edition about
Yeah.
one of my favorite babes.
And there's going to be a new set of novellas. We're going to have Redtail's Debt, so we're going to finally get some Redtail.
Yeah.
Nice. And then Tawny Pelt's Decision?
Choice?
Or Choice something. So there's a Tawny Pelt one, and then I forgot what the third one is.
I have no idea what happened to Rowan Star. Like, he was so good when he was the UP. And then he's just so bad as a leader.
Well, some people are just not meant to be leaders. And that's just the end of the story for most people. And then sometimes what happens, you get Roaring Star.
Yeah, you get Rowan Star.
Oh, it's Tawny Pelt's clan.
Tawny Pelt is like such. Tawny Pelt is the best mate.
She's a good girl.
She deserves everything.
Anyway, I think we are going to wrap this up here. So thank you guys so much for coming.
Wait. I have to send you the map, and you have to tell me what you think.
What's that?
I have to send you that map for the game.
Oh, okay.
Your
Yeah.
opinions on it. Okay, here it is. Sending it in general.
Oh, that looks nice.
Oh, that is really cool.
Ooh.
Very neat. Alright, anyway, we will see you guys in the chat later. Thank you so much for coming. Bye-bye.
Bye, stream.
Bye.
Bye.